If you're a content creator or a regular watcher of live streams, chances are a charity stream has come across your timeline before. Some sort of wild event where creators raise tons of money for causes that matter to them. If you've ever wondered how to start, or if you've charity streamed before and are looking to amp it up a little more, let's talk about it. Hi, my name's Libby, and online I go by Askesienne. I actually started streaming in 2014 because of a charity initiative, St. Jude Play Live, and over that time I've raised over $60,000 on my channel alone. I also manage a team of creators who have raised just over $300,000 for various causes since 2017. Along that 10-year journey, something I found myself doing often and really loving was helping other broadcasters out with their charity streams, whether it was their first time ever or they'd been doing it for years and just wanted to try something new. I've actually also worked at and with charities building their creator programs in those 10 years. A couple of years ago, I won a grant from Twitch called Twitch Passed Forward, and the grant allowed me to publish Charity Streaming 101. So to celebrate an updated edition of it for 2024, I'm also releasing this Charity Streaming 101 tips and tricks video as sort of a companion to the guidebook I love so much. It is free. You can get it on my streaming resources page at askesienne.tv, and I'll link it below. I love the Charity Streaming 101 book because I've heard from so many people that it's helped them either start a charity stream or amp theirs up. I'm really, really proud of that because charity streaming is one of my favorite things to do. It's the reason I'm still live streaming or creating content at all. The Charity Streaming 101 book came out of the idea that I would make, at first it was a Twitter thread, then it was a one-pager that I would share on Twitter, and then slowly it became 30 pages long. And I'm really grateful for Twitch for allowing me that grant to get it professionally edited and put together and hosted on sites that will help it grow and reach more creators. This video isn't quite as in-depth as the book, but we're going to cover the basic topics that you need for your charity streams. I also had the opportunity at TwitchCon in 2022 to write a panel that was all about charity streaming as well. There are some other great minds in the space there, so if you want really, really deep dives on charity streaming, there's also that here on my channel, so I hope that you'll check it out. The place I always like to start is what charity streaming is and what charity streaming is not. Charity streaming is a great way to spice up your content. It is fun, it is rewarding, it's a great way to collaborate with other streamers. It's genuinely just a whole heck of a lot of fun. It is an amazing thing to create impact from your content creation. The reason originally that I didn't stream until I found St. Jude Play Live was because I was worried about making a channel and feeling judged that it was, all about me, me, me. When I found out that you could create content and benefit charities at the same time, that felt a little less scary and a little more worthwhile, and I've loved that. One of the things that charity streaming is not is an easy, quick growth hack for your content. Charity streams do get more attention, but if you're looking at them as a metric to grow, I don't think you're going to find what you're looking for. One, you should be focused on the cause and making an impact. And two, that's just not the vibes with charity streaming. Sorry to say. Charity streaming is also not a competition. You have probably seen Dr. Lupo raise millions of dollars for St. Jude. You've probably seen larger creators raise tens of thousands in various events throughout the year. I need to remind you, if you're watching this video, that if you even raise a single dollar for that charity, that is $1 the charity didn't have before. And guess what? Even if you didn't raise any money, you spent time having your platform raise awareness for that cause. No matter what you raise, it's incredible. It's great that you did that. So please don't see charity streaming as a competition between you and another creator or another group of creators. The exception to that I'll make is if you and a friend are both fundraising and you want to make it a fun, Raz-style competition of who can make it higher up the charity's leaderboard, that is an appropriate style of charity streaming competition. All right, so I know charity streaming is for me. It's what I want to do. How do I get started? The first thing you'll want to do is choose an organization to fundraise for. You might already have one in mind, or you might have a cause that you're specifically excited about, for example, mental health, but you're not sure what organization you want to fundraise for. In this case, I'd recommend doing some research. You can use sites like Charity Navigator to see where your money goes when you donate to a specific nonprofit. If you're choosing to use Tiltify to raise that money on, there's also a cause portal where you can search for different causes and find more information out about them. I would highly recommend that you do your research and some due diligence here. It would be so heartbreaking to raise money for a charity and then find out later that charity just uses all those donations to pay their CEO more money instead of making an impact with their community. There are many platforms that you can use to fundraise for charities. Personally, I've used Tiltify, Donor Drive, as well as a couple of others. I'm very partial to both of their tool sets and the things that they offer to creators. Number one thing when it comes to charity streaming and how you process its donations is do not use your own tipping service. So, not your Streamlabs, not your Stream Elements, not your Ko-fi. You cannot use that for charity streams. At that point, the people who are giving charitable donations are actually just giving you tips on your stream, and you're the one making the charitable donation. What's great is, for example, on Tiltify, when I make a fundraising campaign and my community donates to that charity, they receive an email receipt for their tax purposes basically immediately before the stream is even over. And the money goes directly to those causes instead of through a middle person who is collecting that money and then donating it all at once. I cannot stress enough, please do not use your own tip service. And while we're at it, if you're a content creator and you're not raising money for a charity at a particular moment, if money comes into your channel, that is a tip, not a donation. Donations are for charity. Once you've made a decision on your organization and your donation platform, all you have to do is sign up and make the campaign. So create your account, create the campaign. Each platform has really nice tutorials on how you can do this, so please check out their individual page and support segments for how you might create those campaigns. If you're interested in more in-depth tutorials, I can certainly make them. Just leave a question in the comments below. Congratulations! Step 1 in actually starting the campaign is complete. Let's talk about your stream schedule. The next thing you're going to want to decide is when you're even going to stream for the cause. So you might choose a particular holiday that matters to the cause that is important to you. Or maybe you're going to make a stream on your birthday. If you're taking part in a larger charity organized creator initiative, they'll often have specific dates set out. Even if those dates are spelled out, let's say a charity devotes an entire month to their cause, you can still decide whether you stream just for one day within that month, or just Tuesdays, or maybe every day within the month that's on your stream schedule. It is totally up to you, but this is something you're going to want to define. Think about how much time you want to spend, and if you're someone who uses your streaming income as a part of how you survive, think about how much income you're willing to give up by running a stream for a week or a month. The other reason that a schedule is so important is so your community knows when to take part in the charity event. If you say it's going to be Tuesday, September 10th, and then you never tell a soul, no one's going to be there on Tuesday, September 10th, especially if you don't already stream on Tuesdays. If you already create content on a specific schedule and you just want to make your charity streams part of those days, you are all set. You'll add your streaming tools into your overlay and get going. If you don't have a streaming schedule yet, I highly recommend making one. It can be so crucial in helping people understand when to show up. I'm a girl who doesn't always follow hers, but I know having it is more consistent and equates to better growth. In addition to your usual streams, you may choose to tack on additional days if you reach goals. So you might say, hey, if we hit $1,000 by the end of this week, then I'm also going to stream a horror game on Sunday. That's awesome as long as you are transparent about it. Again, the key with scheduling is making sure your community knows when to be there. There are a few ways you could make your schedule more visible. Twitch has a built-in schedule option in the dashboard. This is really cool because you can customize it with what type of stream you're doing, a title, even the game category. They did also add the ability to have individual streams versus just a recurring schedule. So you can really customize the Twitch schedule, and then when someone visits your page, they'll be able to see when you're streaming next. Some of the donation processing tools also have a scheduling option. So right on the donation page, people can see when the next charity stream is. Here's a tip I should do more often myself, but social posts about your stream schedule. Some people have a lot of success with a beginning of the week weekly post that says what days and what times they're playing what games. This can be really helpful once again, your community knows where to be and they're ready for your charity streams. A post like that is especially helpful with a graphic because you can double up and post it in your Discord or at any other platforms that you want to share it on to help people know when to show up. Another component of charity streams are milestones and incentives. An incentive is something that one person redeems. So for example, if you give $10 to the charity campaign, I will eat a sour candy because I don't like those. A milestone is a group reward. When we reach $500, I will play Just Dance in my inflatable unicorn suit. Yes, I really have one. You can set milestones and incentives directly in your dashboard. I use Tiltify for most of my charity streams, and they're right there in the menu, very easy to set up. Once again, I defer to those platforms' tutorials for help on making sure they're set correctly. Having a graphic for your milestones and incentives helps too. I use those on socials, and I've even included them in my stream overlays so that people have an at a glance look of what their money is getting in terms of embarrassing me as a streamer. When it comes to deciding what your milestones and incentives are, I'm going to link you to a really incredible doc by a creator called Leshki. This doc is an encyclopedia of options for things you could do on your stream, and they might either be the answer to what you're thinking of doing or a great jumping off point for your next idea. The best thing with incentives is making them your own, something your community is going to like and jump onto. I can do a bigger breakdown in another video on milestones and incentives, but over time, I've just figured out what works for my community, and sometimes you come up with an incentive and nobody really cares about it, and that's okay. You can change it for next time. Another important step with your milestones and incentives is to be safe. Please do not do anything that breaks the TOS of your platform, anything that would harm you or get in your way professionally. Don't promise chat a tattoo if your workplace doesn't allow tattoos. Don't dye your hair purple if you work in a really, really corporate office and they don't allow funky hair colors. On top of that, don't eat anything you're allergic to or do anything really wild and unsafe for yourself. I've definitely almost messed this up too. If you come by my stream, I will tell you the story about how chat saved me from an almost hospital trip. When it comes to creating your stream, you'll want to have some on-screen visuals. All of the donation platforms will offer you typically a goal bar, some sort of alert that goes off. Tiltify, I know, offers a QR code that you can keep on your stream, so maybe you have someone watching on mobile or their TV. They can scan that QR code and go directly to the donation page. All in all, your visuals are your choice, but you want to keep constant reminders of the stuff that you're doing. You might even also include the charity's logo or some other graphic they've provided. If they haven't provided one or they don't have an available toolkit on their website, reach out and ask. They're going to be thrilled to hear that you're using your platform to raise awareness for them, and they'll probably send you the right logo, maybe even some goodies. Tiltify and Donor Drive both also have extension panels, so if you stream on Twitch, you can activate the extension and your viewers can donate directly from your page without having to tab out and go to another site. This is super, super helpful for helping them feel in the flow of the stream and not feeling interrupted by having to go out and donate, even though it's a very cool thing for them to do. Once you've determined your schedule and your content, it's time to promote your streams. I love using my social media platforms to share information about my charity streams and when to show up. It's always a party, so folks that follow me know that that's the time to go to stream, even if you're too busy to come by most of the time. I like to post on socials a couple of times throughout my streams. On launch, so the day I start the campaign, for example, this month, September of 2024, I'm fundraising for To Write Love on Her Arms, all through September. So at the beginning of the month, I posted about it, and I'll continue to every time I go live. Another fun social thing that I do to help people feel like they're a part of the moment, even if they couldn't make a stream, is after stream or maybe the next day, I'll post an update on the running total for the campaign. Another place that I love to promote that I'm charity streaming, because I stream on Twitch, is actually the charity tag. When I have the charity tag on for my streams, it accounts for 100% of my stream discoverability. I am not kidding. Use the tag. Usually when I raid out, I'm also looking for people under the charity tag as well to help support, even if they're not raising for the same cause. Of course, if you're not fundraising for a charity, don't use the charity tag. That's just gross. Ew. Another place that might feel a little bit scary to promote, especially if you're a newer creator or you like separating your creator life from your real life, is with your real life friends and family. Just remind the people you know IRL not to use their names or any specific details about you in their donation message. So for example, hey man, it's Jimmy from the Townsville basketball squad. Can't wait for our game next Saturday at the blah 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 park. Yikes, no thank you. It might feel really weird to send your safe streaming bubble to your real life people, but you never know who has the ability to donate. I have an aunt and uncle who I don't think have ever opened my Twitch page, but are there for almost every charity stream and contribute in some way. They always leave a really nice note. You also never know who from your real life might decide to start being a regular in your streams. So if you're comfortable with it, I'd consider giving it a try. All of your puzzle pieces are set up, and now it's time to go live. So now what? Before you start your stream, make sure that your overlays, alerts, and all that kind of stuff actually work. Sometimes you have to refresh the browser sources or just adjust your stream tech to make sure it's actually live and firing. And there's nothing worse than someone writing in chat and going, "Hey, I donated 5 minutes ago. Why didn't you say thank you?" Make sure all your tech works right. Keep talking about the charity when you're live. It sounds really obvious, but it's a great way to fill dead air, especially if you're a smaller creator who worries about how they're filling their time on stream. One of the things I find most helpful is that I have my chatbot periodically remind the stream who we're fundraising for, what they're all about, and provide a link. What's great for me is that when that timer goes off, if I haven't talked about the charity in a minute, I can go, "Right, you are a Skessbot. We are fundraising for XYZ charity today." That way, I can talk about all the incredible things that the charity does and make more content raising awareness for what they do and motivating people to donate. The last piece of advice I have for being live is to keep your energy up. Chat can tell when your heart is in it, whether it's for your regular streams or for charity. Your passion for the cause will shine through. So make sure you talk about it like you care about it, because obviously you do if you're spending enough time to put your stream's focus on that charity. So those are sort of the quick basics on executing a charity stream. I have plans on my channel to break down each of these chapters into more advanced videos, so please stay tuned for those. When they exist, I'll link them up here on YouTube. If you want more information, like I said, I have Charity Streaming 101, which is a free guidebook on my website that is all about charity streaming. We talk much more in depth about these topics, as well as a few others, like working with brands as sponsors for your charity events. The reason I have you purchase it off the site, like a product, even though it is $0, is so that I get your email. I promise I will never spam you, but you will get any updates to the charity book or other free resources right to your inbox whenever they're released. If you've got further questions about charity streaming or want to share your own campaigns, please feel free to join my Discord below. There's more resources, there's streamer friends, and there's lots of shenanigans. Good luck with your charity streams. I hope this helped, and I'm so excited to see what you create. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!